All right, ladies and gentlemen. I am now getting ready. Our Ask PDA letter. Welcome to all of you guys who are on our Periscope right now. It is time for our Ask PDA letter segment of tonight. I am going to get that going. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I don't know what y'all talking about, but whatever. It probably don't have nothing to do with me. I'm trying to get my camera set up. Right so y'all can see me on Periscope and everybody can see me over here too. So, thank y'all very much for joining us. Dr. Sims! Hey, Poppy! Shaw. I know the people on YouTube are like, who are these people? We're on Periscope, people. So, it has come to that time of the show where we do our Ask PDA letter. And before I can do any of that, what's up, Tara Love Diva? It is time for me to do the letter, and I'm going to play the disclaimer first because I have to do it. Otherwise, we'll get into legal trouble. So, here we go.
Judgment-free dialogue. The opinions expressed here may not necessarily be those of our host or the show in general, but we're willing to have the uncomfortable conversation so that we can heal and find solutions for our listeners and quite possibly ourselves. Enjoy the rest of the show. You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right. Today's Ask PDA letter is being brought to you by our producer's Drink of the Week. If you haven't had a chance to check out Cousin Chan's Wasabi Bloody Mary, you are missing something special. I'm stuttering Stanley. For those of you guys on Periscope, I'm going to let y'all see it again in case y'all missed it. To check out the drink of the week, which is the Wasabi Bloody Mary, make sure you go to facebook.com/playingdevilsadvocate and try it out. Get the recipe, try it out. And Chan, know what you think about it. But for right now, it is time for our Ask PDA letter, and it goes a little something like this. Dear PDA, I have a twin sister, and we've done everything together since we were children. We had a double wedding. We had twins a week apart, and we literally lived next door to one another. When we had our twins, we vowed to raise them like siblings instead of cousins. Thing is, last year my husband and I suffered some financial challenges, and we had to take our twins out of the $50,000 a year, $25,000 each, private school that our children attended because we could no longer afford it. I decided to homeschool them, and at the time my sister was adamant that if it was only for a year, why not just put them in public school? To her point, she thought my twins would somehow suffer from lack of social interaction with their peers. Nonetheless, I opted against it. I will say that things have turned around financially for my family, and this year when the school year was approaching, my kids had to take a re-entry test in order to be re-enrolled in the school they just attended the year prior. Well, they took it and tested way above level. To that end, after discussing it with my husband and the kids, we decided to continue to homeschool them this year. My thoughts are, if they're doing so well under my tutelage, why subject them to taking a step back? Long story short, after finding out how well my children did, my twin sister has now taken her kids out of private school and assumed since I work at home, I would homeschool her twins too. I really don't want to be bothered with two sets of twin 9-year-olds, and I told her I wouldn't be able to do it, and now she's mad at me because she's already pulled them out of school. PDA fam, if I don't change my mind, my relationship with my twin sister will suffer. What should I do? Signed, help a sister out. I'm going to let Sporty go first on this. because they always fuss at me and say that I tell everything right off the bat. I'm going to give her a short amount of time because we don't have a long time to get this out here. And I want to see what you guys on Periscope have to say, as well as you guys over in our BTR and everywhere else, other chat rooms as well, because we do have, since we are streaming live on YouTube as well, want to see what you guys are saying in there. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Sporty's mic, and I'm going to see what she has to say about it.
Well, the first thing I'm going to say is this. You know, one of my sisters always tells me about making the best use of my time, and if you know observing the purpose of the children for you to try to homeschool both sets of twins, then stick to what it is you're saying and don't do it. You know, this is your sister. You know, if she's genuinely your sister and going to ruin your lifetime relationship over something like this, then there's a lot more wrong than you just saying no to homeschooling. And stick to what you believe in and what you know about their education suffering, because it's not something you're willing to give 100% of to do. So you just have to tell her it is what it is. It's not going to happen. And she took them out of school without having a conversation with you first and getting the commitment to do that. So she needs to put them back in school. And that is not on you. That's on her.
Well, I would say this. And I forgot what you said your name was. Help a sister out. Let me help a sister out right now. This is real easy. This ain't your damn problem. Don't make it your problem. I understand this is your twin sister, and you guys have lived your whole lives together, doing every single solitary thing together, getting married on the same day. Y'all even had babies a week apart, and y'all had twins. I get it. Y'all live next door to each other. I get it. Y'all tight like a pair of drawers. But it seems like y'all only tight like a pair of drawers when it benefits your sister. I'm sure this isn't the first time that she has been selfish and everything was about her. For her to take her children out of school, assuming that you would, without even asking you, if you paid $50,000 for your two kids to go, that means that she was paying $50,000 for her kids to go, and she didn't even offer to pay you to take care, to watch her, to school her kids. Come on, man. If she gonna up and take her kids out of school and not have a plan B, that's on her. That's not your fault. And the person that she should be mad at is herself. You didn't promise to do it and then reneged. You said no. Stick with no. No is the easiest thing in the world to do. I tell people that all the time. It's better to say no and mean it than to say yes and not. Because once you say yes and don't mean it, you got to deal with everything that comes along with that yes. If you say no and you mean it, that's it. Nothing else to do. That's it. But I do suggest that this is your twin sister. You have a conversation with her and let her know, hey, this isn't my issue. I did not volunteer to do this. You took your children out of school. You know, you haven't even offered to compensate me in any way, shape, or form, if that were even what I was looking for. You didn't even try to sweeten the pot. I got twins, 9-year-olds. You have twins, 9-year-olds. Why won't 4 9-year-olds getting on my damn nerve? I don't own a daycare. I don't own a school. I'm not qualified to be homeschooling all of your children, you know? So, again, have a conversation with her. If she wants to hold a grudge, then let her hold a grudge, but let her hold it next door with her $50,000 a year kids in private school while you are homeschooling your kids at home. All right? Okay. Now, I hope that solves your problem. I hope that helps you out. Welcome, you guys who are on Periscope. This is Playing Devil's Advocate. I am your host, Miss Kiki, the consummate provocateur. And today we've been talking about PDA, that's us, playing Devil's Advocate, versus the state of miseducation, and how we are failing to prepare our children for the future. If in the next couple minutes you want to be a part of the conversation, you can give us a call at 347-237-5271. Don't forget to press 1. So that we know that you're in the queue and you have something you would like to say to us. If you thought PDA meant public display of affection, it does, but not in these terms. But it's PDA for playing devil's advocate. If you want to watch us live on YouTube, you can do that by going to Playing Devil's Advocate, and advocate is spelled ADVOC and the number 8. You can follow us on Facebook. That way you can click the link. It'll take you right to the video, and you can watch everything that we're doing. Or you can tweet us at PDA_Miss KiKi, and we have the links out there on Twitter as well for you to be able to watch everything. We have interactive chat rooms on 2 platforms on Blog Talk Radio, and we also have a chat room on our YouTube. So come on over, have some fun with us. We're about to wrap everything up. We got about 10 minutes left before we ski-daddle out of here today. We've been talking about the many ways that people have messed up our kids in the education system. I do know that we have some callers on the line. I'll get to them momentarily. I want to say what's up to all the people that are in chat on what is this, Periscope? What's up to y'all? I can't see all of your names. Master Chef Lazy Lefty James, aka Boo Boo, I think. What's up, Carrie? Javon was here. A couple other people. Hey, A-Train is here too. So welcome to all of y'all. I can't see. We appreciate y'all tuning in for that Ask PDA letter. Again, I started the show off by saying that I quoted a lyric from a very poignant song. I believe that children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. And I don't believe that we are teaching them well so that they can lead the way. We are not preparing our children either at home and or at school to be he blessed me to be productive citizens in this world. And we just haven't done it. We've dropped the ball. And, you know, whether it's letting our kids use calculators before they actually know how to add and subtract on their own. He talking about you got to. No, I have internet and I have cable. That's just something. That's something else. See, that's what you get. You man of business that don't have nothing to do with you. See, look at that there. Look at that there. Do you not see that box right there? That say cable. All right, there you go. Anyway, what was I saying, Sporty? Before I was so rudely interrupted. I'm trying to get fly. Well, he needs to come over here and hook up my cable for free. Give me some burnout cable then, if that you were so concerned about that. Anyway, what were we talking? We were talking about. The last right before we went to the Ask PDA letter. We were talking about the fact that, you know, the ratio of prisons being built to schools being built. Yeah, though that ratio is absolutely insane. And we were talking about, for those of you guys who are joining us on Periscope or who just may be joining us on YouTube, by the way, we were talking about some of the areas that have the highest dropout rates in school. And part and parcel to this, you know, we touched on it, maybe socioeconomic. Some of it is just the fact that these kids are just not prepared and they have given up. And we were talking about the fact that Detroit has a 75.1% dropout rate. 71.5% dropout. That's a damn shame.
And sharing a textbook so that they can pass out the copies of the textbook to the students. You know, they're buying the paper with their own money. You know, they don't have enough educators to facilitate the number of children that do go to school. You know, they're turning more of the schools into charter programs versus their regular public school system there. So it's, you know, there's a lot of factors that are going into it. It's got to do with the city, you know, the state itself, the administration, the students, the parents, you know, everybody. It's a broken down system where none of the pieces of the puzzle are working together in order for this to be, you know, an effective team to educate these children.
Here's my thing. I don't care if it's a charter school. I don't care if it's, I don't care what it is. If we have to homeschool in our own living rooms, you know, we can't allow our children to fall by the wayside. You know, we have to step up. I mean, when I say our children, I don't mean black or white or Hispanic. I mean children, period. We have to be able, because ultimately these kids are going to be the ones that are taking over for us. I don't trust them. And it's not their fault. I don't trust them, and it's not their fault. You know, being, you know, I think that at this point, you know, you see those K through 12 programs where kids are being educated at home, and I'm seeing more and more of my friends now homeschooling their children. I can't blame them. I cannot blame them. Do you know a lot of people who are homeschooling their children, Sporty?
At this point, now people are switching over to it, because when I started to investigate for me, it was like just homeschooling. You know, she's already smart enough just to build on what she's doing there already, and that way when she gets to be 5 and ready for kindergarten, you know, she can be. But by then, I may still want to continue to homeschool or educate her. You know, that's the way it works. So. Prevalent now that more and more people are opting to do that because it's a better system. So I don't know.
You know, I don't know if it's a better. I don't know if it's a better system, but I do know that it's more efficient, and then it makes you a little bit more accountable for your children's education. You know what's going on. You know what they're supposed to be taught. You know the time frame in which they're supposed to know it. And so if you are taking an active approach in your child's education, then, you know, I know people have jobs and they can't just stay at home and watch their kids all day. However, you know, you're your children's first teacher anyway, you know? So I'm a bid adieu to those of you guys who are on Periscope. We're going to wrap things up over here on BTR and on YouTube. So again, if you want to go on over to YouTube and catch the rest of this, you can. But we have to get out of here on Periscope. So I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.